Hi there. I'm just gonna, I think, do a little video, and I think I want to talk about the heart space, and obviously, this leads to my awakening. Excuse me. Yeah, and that's basically what happens when you awaken. What happened to me, and every day, I go over my experiences in my own head. And when you awaken, the reason nothing bothers you anymore. People tell me all the time that even very close family members, that you're not the same guy, and that's because you've become the true self. I've become the true me. The true me is within here, the heart space, and everything becomes heart-based living when you awaken. And this is the way you heal yourself. Because within there is a tiny space which is the portal to your higher defined self. But the true self is a state of love awareness. The real you is not what you're experiencing. When you awaken, what happened to me is I was basically taking on everyone's personality, and then I realized that, wait a minute, these are just all things that people go through. Then you start accessing the real self, which is, like I say, a state of infinite love awareness. And it's either or, it's not a yes or a no, not a right or a wrong. And it's like there is no right or wrong in this thing, it's just a state of unconditional infinite euphoria love. And it's a creator kind of consciousness power. So imagine a love that is totally intimate and sensual and infinitely manifesting stuff. And that's what nothingness is. When I talk of nothingness, what nothingness is infinite life manifestation. Nothingness is simply just infinite love. And it's this love that is the governor. As soon as you have nothingness, you have love. You have life. Without even a thought. And the reason this is because there's no beginning or end. If there's no beginning or end, that means what I say is there's like parallel expressions that can operate infinitely, forever. That means they've got forever. Your parallel expressions have forever to make this now experience perfect. So you have no concept or idea of the parallel expressions, but because they're able to work forever. It's like having a time machine, and you're able to go and make this now perfect. This noun is perfect, and infinite potential is within this now, this moment. When we think of another moment, it's merely just an idea. But regarding awakening, going back to that's what happens. Your subconscious, you're basically aligning your conscious part with the subconscious. That's what's happening in awakening. So it's like a lid's been lifted, and because your subconscious is open, you're aligned with that now. You're picking up all the different. You're not able to know what. Like, I don't know what other people are thinking, but I know their personality. I can feel the energy from their personality. I can feel the personality that they're going through. And so basically, when I awakened, I was taking on all. It was a feeling of taking all the personalities that exist, infinitely going on. It was like every before even a second, there would be tons of personalities accessing me. Because with the awakening, I was thinking of nothing all the time. Downloaded that, and as you're doing that, you're slowing the breathing, and you're able to access more information. So that's why I was able to access more personalities in like 1 second or 2 seconds. So when your breathing is aligned properly with your mind and everything, you can absorb information a lot quicker than a human can do. It's like what I say, when you awaken, you're not human anymore. It probably sounds arrogant, but it's not. I'm just being honest. You might be in a human body, but none of us are really humans. Like I always say, aliens. Human is just a spacesuit. We are the aliens. Human is just a spacesuit, and that's what I always say. What we are is just infinity. But yeah, when you awaken, and this is what we are also. You awaken, and you're not human, you don't feel human. I don't feel human anymore, because human is a limited, low-dimensional being. What I'm ascending to, and what the awakening is ascending to an infinite, multi-dimensional being. And this multi-dimensionalness is infinite. So it's infinitely, you're infinitely, whatever you're focusing on, or who you are, it's you're a point of awareness. You're a focus of awareness, but that's expanding itself. And the only truth to everything is love. That's the only power to me, because love, that you can bewilder people with anything. But at the end of the day, it's, magic to me is not someone flying in the sky or moving an object. It's connecting people and with this awakening. That's with love. Love is the only thing that really connects people. Like in a music concert, and you see people, they're all together, they're all one. You know what I mean? And there's nobody's thinking that I'm better than you or anything like that. That's the real power, I think. It's not anything else. Love is, like David Icke says, infinite love is the only truth, everything else is an illusion. So why are you going to be impressed by an illusion? It's just stupid. That's the miracle, I think, the real great magic thing, is connecting everyone in this awakening. And to do that, you've got to diminish your ego. That's also what happens in awakening. That's why nothing bothers you. People can speak about you when you awaken. They can say horrible things, but it's like nothing bothers you, and nothing bothers me, because you realise your ego gets diminished and diminished, and you've got this true confidence, which is a quiet, silent confidence, where it's just that you've got this self-love within you, and you don't need anything outside of you. You're not chasing anyone. You're not interested in anything. You know that all the love, everything is within you, and that's like a silent confidence. Not someone who's acting big-headed. That's someone who's quite scared. But the real confident people are those that have got the silence about them, and they don't feel the need to jump out or say anything about themselves, or to even stand up for themselves, because they have this wholeness within them, and this is what comes with awakening. It's like a wholeness, and this is what people talk about, energies and spirituality. This is what drains your energy. It's this thinking that you're not good enough. And this drains people. That's what the system done to control people. All it did, it's very simple. All they did, your natural state is infinite abundance, but all they done is create a society, a world, where you're chasing things, where you think you're not good enough, when you got women that are constantly trying to be somebody, some celebrity, and then they feel that they can't get to that celebrity's level, and then they get down about it. Vice versa for the men. And people thinking that they must be famous, or they must do this, or they must do that, must have a certain amount of money or whatever, when all these things, you can't take a lot of them with you when you leave this reality. The only thing you get to keep in death, what I've learned from this spiritual awakening, this alignment, is the love, like the film Ghost. Like the film Ghost, when he actually has an awakening at the end of the film. When he initially dies, he doesn't. He's just the same. But when at the end of the film, he's starting to align with his higher self. And he's saying that the love, he's taking it with him. And what he means is, the only thing that you keep is the feelings, the love, awareness that you've developed. That's the only thing you take with you when you leave this reality. So that's why the only thing that's important is the feelings that you've got, how you feel about life, things like that. But anyway, I'm just going to end it there. If you're watching, you're meant to watch it. Everything falls to divine order and divine timing. Everything's perfect because everything's arranged by divine source. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.